Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I have a meal prep video for you. I'm gonna spend a few hours on my Sunday meal prepping because obviously I'm on keto, and then Tyler is gonna go back on keto today after his Christmas vacation from school. Oscar and Celine want to kind of give keto a shot. Celine's probably gonna do a little more low carb rather than keto, but I want to meal prep for them because I want to see all of us succeed. So let's jump right in and I'll show you what I'm going to make as far as dinner, lunch, breakfast, snacks, all that good stuff for the week. And I will link all of the recipes below, all of them that I can anyway. But yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to start in this meal prep is the pepperoni ranch pork pot roast. It was delicious. I actually did this in a dinner in Dollar Tree, the last dinner in Dollar Tree that I posted. I will link that up above here in an iCard if you want to go and actually see that full video. But basically what it is a pork pot roast. I'm going to throw in one of these onion recipe soup dry mixes. I just got the Great Value kind. So I'm just going to sprinkle that over the pork roast. I'm going to throw in my homemade ranch seasoning recipe. I will link this recipe down below because I've had several people ask me about this recipe. So I'm just going to put in 2 tablespoons of that. Just like that. I'm gonna throw in a half a cup of butter. And then I'm gonna throw in some pepperoncinis. You can use these pepperoncinis to taste. I mean, it literally just depends on how, these really honestly aren't even that spicy. My daughter thought it was a little bit spicy, so I probably won't put in quite as many. I'll just put in a little bit less, but I didn't think they were spicy at all, and these things were delicious. So just throw in and I do use just a little teeny tiny bit of the pepperoni juice, but throw in as many pepperoncinis as you and your family may like. It doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna throw in a few. I think that's all I'm gonna throw in this time. Then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pop the lid on there and cook this baby on low for 8 hours. So that's why I'm starting this early, earlier than the rest. Because if you notice, my nails are red right now, but I'm starting this and then me and my daughter are gonna go get our nails done. So I'm just gonna prep one more thing before I go and get my nails done with my daughter, and that is some deviled eggs. I'm going to do it in my Instapot. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the little wire rack in there. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add 1 cup of water. And I'm going to put 10 eggs in there. You can do 12, you can do whatever, however many you want. But I'm going to do 10 because we like to use eggs for salads or all kinds of things, even just as a little snack. So now that I have the 10 eggs on there, I just laid them on the wire rack. Now I'm going to pop on the lid and I'm going to set my Instapot. I'm just gonna pop on the lid. Make sure you put it on sealing. So then for the settings, I'm just gonna press egg. It's already on 5 minutes. And that's literally all you do. We are gonna let this cook and then we're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes and then we're gonna throw it in an ice bath for 5 minutes. Just gonna finish releasing the pressure up there. All right, I'm just gonna lift the lid off. And they are done. So I'm gonna throw these into this ice bath and let them sit in there for 5 minutes. I'm gonna deshell these and throw them in the fridge. And that way whoever wants boiled eggs to put in salads or just to have as a snack, they're in there. All right, so the boiled eggs are done. The Instapot makes these things so easy to peel, it's ridiculous. And then I just put the date on there, the day that I boiled them. But I'm gonna throw these in the fridge and there's 10 boiled eggs ready for us at our own convenience. Nails are done. So the next thing I'm gonna do is gonna be in my Instapot again, and I'm just gonna prepare some chicken because I'm gonna use chicken in a couple different recipes. So this is just, I don't know, I'm guessing about a cup of chicken broth that I'm gonna throw in there. And I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of water as well. So it's probably, I don't know, maybe a cup and a half of liquids. And then the chicken that I'm gonna throw in there is going to be frozen. I did not thaw this out. Again, these are frozen solids, so I'm just gonna start placing them in there. I am using my rack again as well. I'm probably gonna throw like 6 pieces in here. And these, anybody that buys chicken from Costco, this is the Tyson 10-pound bag, knows that these pieces of chicken are huge. So there's 6 pieces of chicken. I'm gonna wash my hands. So I'm just gonna throw some seasoning on here, and since they're frozen, honestly, I'm probably gonna have to add more once it's done. But I will deal with that when the time comes. That was just salt. Now I'm gonna put on some garlic powder, which I'm almost out. I think I have another container in there though. Some onion powder. And some pepper. I'm just gonna pop the lid on there. Make sure that is on seal. And then the setting, I'm just gonna do manual. And I think I'm gonna do it for 18 minutes. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. While the chicken cooks, I am going to start meal prepping everything else. All right, so now I'm just gonna cut up all of the vegetables that I'm gonna need for my meals and snacks and all that stuff. So I already washed these cucumbers, and I'm just gonna start cutting them up. And I'm just gonna cut them in little slices because for one, I'm only gonna use these for salads, and they're also going to be for snacks, so that way if people want to eat some veggies with like a ranch dip, then they can have those as well. Even though I rinsed them, I still like to throw them in a bowl of water with some vinegar just to make sure that they are nice and clean. So I'll let those set for just a little bit, and I'm gonna start cutting up the green bell peppers. All right, so I'm gonna cut the tops off of 4 of these bell peppers. I already washed them. So we're just gonna cut the tops off just like that, and then we're gonna kind of just clean out the insides. So that way they are ready to be stuffed. And then I'll have to rinse them again to get all the seeds and good stuff out. So I just threw the bell peppers in there as well, and I'm gonna let them soak for a little bit. So next I'm just gonna cut up the celery, so that way I can throw these in baggies, and we can also dip these in some ranch. And these I have not washed yet, but I'm going to throw them in that bowl of water as well. So this is just gonna be super simple. We are just going to do a slice. So that was easy. We're just gonna cut them in like thirds. All right, I just got some fresh water. Same thing, water with a little bit of vinegar, and I'm gonna let those soak so they're nice and clean. Now I'm just gonna cut up a little bit of this broccoli. This broccoli here will go towards the snack baggies that we're gonna dip in ranch. I'm just gonna start throwing it in the bowl as I cut it. So I'm just gonna let those soak, and then I'm gonna cut up everything else and let that soak, and then I'm gonna start preparing my snack bags with ranch. veggies and ranch. I'm gonna cut up the rest of this broccoli, but the rest of this broccoli is going to be for a broccoli salad. Now I'm gonna cut up some zucchini, the rest of the peppers. All right, so now I'm just gonna prepare our vegetables. I'm gonna throw some vegetables in these bags right here, and I'm just gonna throw a little bit of each, you know, some celery sticks, a couple things of broccoli, and some cucumbers. And then I'm going to, and then I got these little containers at the Dollar Tree this last week, and I'm just gonna throw some ranch in these containers just like that, so that way we can dip our veggies in ranch, and that's a nice healthy little snack. I'm even just gonna throw these little containers in here just like that. I wash them, they're all good to go. And so that's just a quick, easy snack for everybody to grab. So I'm gonna finish filling all these. All right, so it made 6 bags full, which is plenty because we're gonna be eating salads and stuff too. But that is a great snack, like to-go snack. All right, so now I'm going to just cut up all this romaine lettuce. So that way we have some lettuce and stuff prepared for salads. Gonna put them in this container after they are washed. Okay, so I'm just gonna start cutting up this romaine into small pieces and throwing it in the bowl of water to clean it. All right, so while the romaine lettuce soaks, I am going to throw together our broccoli salad. So basically what you're gonna do, or what you're gonna need, I'm gonna throw in some bacon crumbles. I just get this bacon from Costco. I don't measure anything out, I just kind of sprinkle some in. Just like that, and then some sunflower seeds. Same thing, I really don't measure it out, I just kind of toss a little in. And I'm not gonna be able to have a link for this recipe because this recipe, I kind of made most of it up myself. I'm just throwing some black pepper in there. Throwing some sea salt in there. Throwing some dill in there. I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of sweetener, just to give it a little sweet taste. Just like that. A little bit of apple cider vinegar. And then I'm gonna throw in some mayonnaise. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a stir. And then there you go, that's what it looks like. I just made enough pretty much just for Oscar and I because the kids aren't gonna eat it anyway. So I'm gonna throw this in the fridge and that's ready for us as well. All right, so the romaine is all clean, cut up, ready to be served as a salad. I put it in this little container and I'm just going to throw a napkin over top to capture the rest of the moisture. All right, here's all my veggies for the stir fry that I plan on making during the week, and I'm just throwing them in this container, and I'm gonna throw a paper towel on there to help absorb the moisture and throw this in the fridge. So another snack I wanna show you guys is just a combination. It's kind of like a little trail mix, but it's just a combination of walnuts and these Lily's chocolate chips. It makes a delicious snack, it makes a delicious dessert, however you wanna treat it, it doesn't even matter. But this part I'm gonna measure because it's easy to overdo this part. So I'm putting my scale on grams And I'm just going to zero the bag out. And the walnuts, you can have 28 grams. So I'm gonna measure out 28 grams for the walnuts. And that right there is 28 grams. And then I'm gonna zero the scale out again. And I'm going to put, I think it was 14 grams. Yeah, and then I'm gonna put 14 grams of the Lily's chocolate chips in there. There's 14 right there. And then you have a nice little snack to take to work. It's just grab and go, easy, and healthy. All right, moving on to the breakfast recipe. So I am going to make blueberry pancake bites. And again, I will link all the recipes that I'm using in the description box below. But the first thing I'm going to do is 1/4 cup of butter in here, and I'm gonna melt it. All right, so I melted the butter. I'm gonna throw in 1/4 cup of sweetener. A 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. A 1/2 cup of coconut flour. A teaspoon of baking powder. A 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 4 large eggs. One-third cup water. And then it says blueberries, but I'm gonna add the blueberries at the end. I'm just gonna put them on the top. So I'm gonna give this a stir. All right, so that's all mixed. And what I'm going to do, it says to put it in muffin pans. I'm going to put it in these donut pans, and we're gonna have little pancake donuts, I guess I should say. But I'm just gonna put these in here in no fancy way. Alright, so they're filled. Hopefully I didn't fill them too full. This is the first time I've ever made them, so I don't know how much they're gonna rise, but it's a learning lesson. That's okay. I have these blueberries. The recipe calls for frozen. I have fresh, and I'm just gonna throw some on top. And just push them down just a little bit. Alright, these are done. How pretty do they look? I'm gonna throw them in the oven, and I preheated my oven to 325 degrees, and we're gonna bake these for 20 to 25 minutes. It says until set. So I'm gonna throw these in. Alright, so here are our blueberry pancakes. Even though they look more like little donuts, and oh my gosh, let me tell you guys, these things smell so good. You could almost eat this as like a dessert instead of a breakfast, but I am going to let these cool in the pan, and then I will take them out and put them in a storage container. So the last breakfast item I'm gonna make is going to be egg muffins. So I'm gonna take 10 eggs with a little bit of cheese, a little bit of these bacon pieces that I got from Costco. I'm gonna mix it all up. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper, and I'm just gonna throw it in these muffin tins, and it's a super easy peasy grab and go breakfast. Then I'm gonna add add some cheese to it. I'm not really gonna measure it or anything. I'm just gonna throw some in there. Same thing with these bacon crumbles that I got from Costco. Then I'm gonna throw a little bit of salt in here. And some pepper. All right, that is what it looks like. I can't show you here. That's what it looks like. Now I'm just gonna spoon it into the muffin tins over there. I'm just spooning a little bit into each one of these. All right, so now I'm just gonna bake these at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. So the egg muffins are done and they look delicious. So it made 10 egg muffins, so basically 1 egg per egg muffin. And I'm just gonna throw them in a container, and these are gonna be easy. Pop these things in the microwave for about a minute, and easy breakfast. And the Instapot is ready. It is definitely done. We are just going to, oh, fogged over. We are just going to shred that up so we can have it for our dinners. This looks really good and it's so tender. I am going to shred this up and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put one of our dinners together. All right, so for the sauce, we are going to throw in 6 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of butter. So in here right now is 6 ounces cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter, and 1 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm also going to put in some garlic powder and some Italian seasoning. Now I'm just going to prepare the bottom layer while that sauce cooks a little bit. So I just took a casserole dish. I took 1 pound of chicken and I shredded it up. It's the same chicken that I cooked in my Instant Pot, and I still have a lot of chicken left that I am going to shred up, and we're going to use that chicken for salads and the stir fry that I'm going to make during the week. So I just laid the chicken in there. I'm going to take 2 of these Bird's Eye Steam Fresh broccoli cuts, and I'm going to drop them over the chicken. All right, so I'm just going to dump these in. Going to spread the broccoli out so that way it's all over the chicken. All right, so I threw the cheddar cheese in there. I didn't have enough cheddar cheese, so I'm going to throw more mozzarella cheese in there than what it says, and then I'm going to add the Parmesan. Like I said, I'm going to link this recipe down below because I never follow recipes like to the T, so sorry. But it's cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, and then some Parmesan. Parmesan is 1/2 cup. So I'm just gonna dump that in there. Give that a little stir. All right, so this is good right here. I'm gonna go throw this over the broccoli, and then we're gonna finish this up. All right, I'm gonna pour this sauce over the broccoli and chicken, just like that. I feel like it's gonna be really cheesy. All right, I think I put too much cheese, but that's okay. That's what happens when you don't follow the directions thoroughly. So I'm gonna throw a little bit more oregano over the top. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on. I'm gonna throw a little parsley on the top and a little bit of paprika on the top. All right, so you guys can sprinkle this with a little bit more cheese. I'm not going to, I think that's plenty of cheese, but I'm gonna bake this in an oven at 375 for about 1/2 hour. Okay, so I'm also gonna cook 2 pounds of ground beef. 1 pound will be for the stuffed peppers this week, and 1 pound will be for the beef stroganoff that I'm gonna cook this week. And I'm just gonna cook it right now because it's gonna make it so much simpler when I go to put those meals together. I'm not gonna worry about seasoning it or anything. I'll season it when I actually cook the meal. All right, so the ground beef is ready. I'm gonna throw it in a container. Basically, the stuffed peppers and the beef stroganoff is going to be easy to assemble. All right, y'all, and our roast is finally done as well, and it is delicious, and I'm going to put it in a container, and then I'm gonna show you everything that I made. And I forgot to record the chicken broccoli casserole after it came out of the oven. Let me just say I took a little bite, and it is so good. So, this is definitely a keeper, and like I said, I will link all the recipes in the description box below. All right, y'all, this is everything. We are finally done. Woohoo! It wasn't too bad. I only spent a few hours on my Sunday. Not that bad and totally worth it because it's gonna save me a ton of time during the week. But let me just get started and kind of recap everything that we just start with breakfast items. I made these egg, bacon, and cheese little muffins here. And you can just nuke those for about a minute and got an easy peasy breakfast. You could even do boiled eggs for breakfast if you really wanted to. Or I made these little pancake, they're blueberry pancake, they were supposed to be muffins, but I made them in the little donut pan because honestly it was easier just to do it in the donut pan. If you have a donut pan that is holds 6, it's almost better to do it that way. When it comes to that recipe, the serving is 6. So if you did that, it would literally be the perfect serving per one person. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it every time. So as far as lunches, you could take some of this pork that we made and even throw it in a wrap with this romaine lettuce. That would be a really good lunch. You could just have a salad with some chicken and some veggies and throw a little bit of cheese in there, maybe some bacon bits. Super easy lunch. You could also use lunch meat with sliced cheese, pepperonis, turkey, ham, whatever, and make yourself a lettuce wrap with that as well. We have this broccoli salad here that you could eat for lunch. Then for dinners, we have this chicken and broccoli casserole that is already prepared. So this will definitely take care of everybody for a couple of days. And then also we prepared 2 pounds of ground beef because 1 pound of ground beef will be for a beef stroganoff recipe that I'm going to share with you guys in a future dinner in Dollar Tree. And 1 pound of the ground beef is going to be for the stuffed peppers. Then also we have all these vegetables here that I cut up. That is going to be for a stir fry that I'm going to make, and I'm going to use some of this chicken for that stir fry. But that is definitely enough food to definitely last us for most of the week. And if I do have to cook, it won't be towards the end of the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you subscribe to my channel, don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload another video. And don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday. I will see you in my next video. Bye!